Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do this morning is run to the post office, as I often do. But this time it's to return those leggings that I got in my last video that I didn't like the color of. I was able to exchange them for a different color, so I'm gonna go drop those off at the post office. And also, as usual, I'll turn on Grubhub while I'm out and see if I get any delivery offers. Sorry about the dishwasher noise. I bought a humidifier yesterday from Target. This was one of the only ones I could find that had like mostly decent reviews. So I wanted to see if starting to use this regularly would help with the extreme dryness in here and how irritated my throat gets. It'll probably be good for Chloe too. This also has a nightlight function, which I'll get some footage of later. You can put a Vicks VapoRub strip thing in it too to kind of diffuse that, but I haven't done that. Probably only do that if I'm ever sick or something. So I've just been kind of moving this from here to my bedroom. I used it in the bedroom during the night, and then I'm just like putting it in here during the day to see if it helps. All right, let me get my shit together and head out. Okay, I had an impulse, and now we're here. Oh my god, yesterday was just a complete wash. My fucking period hit yesterday so hard, like a freight train.
This is Amelia Earhart. I'm almost across the Pacific. Oh no, my period!
Sorry for the dishwasher noise. And also my lapel mic broke. The little plastic part that holds it onto the clip broke, and I glued it, but now it has to set for a while. Okay, I'm just gonna try to muster enough energy to go out to the store. This seems stable enough to use again now. Okay, so I am going to make a vegan version of an old holiday cookie recipe. And I've done this once before, but it was years ago. I think in 2019. These cookies are called raspberry tartlets on the recipe, but really it can be whatever fruit spread you want. So I'm going to use a couple of different kinds that I already have. What makes these cookies so good, in my opinion, is that the dough contains cream cheese, almonds, and some lemon rind. And this recipe is actually really easy to veganize because the only things I need to change are butter, cream cheese, and 1 egg. Butter and cream cheese, you just use a vegan brand. And instead of an egg, I'm gonna do flaxseed. So if this comes out well, the cookies should be really flavorful and have a nice soft texture. All right, so I need ground almonds. I've got sliced almonds, so I'm gonna try grinding them up in the blender. I could use almond extract instead, but I don't know. I just wanted to use almonds for some reason. They're healthy, they're good for me. Might as well put them in the recipe, right? All right, sift together flour and baking powder. I'm just gonna sift them by whisking them together like this. Oh, I need another bowl. In this separate bowl, I need to combine the butter, cream cheese, sugar, and egg and mix it until light and fluffy. All right, here's my egg. This is ground flaxseed and water. A cup of sugar. I'm not going to use that much. I'll just do a little more than half a cup. And the cream cheese. So this recipe calls for 1 3-ounce package of cream cheese. This is an 8-ounce container with, I don't know, maybe half of it left. So I'm just gonna eyeball this amount. I'm just gonna eyeball what looks like a little bit less than half of this container. Doesn't have to be exact. Now I'm gonna mix this all together. Okay, it says beat this till light and fluffy, which I think it is. I'm gonna add it to the dry ingredients. Okay, now I need to add the ground almonds. Half a cup of ground almonds. And 1 tablespoon of grated lemon rind. Okay, obviously this isn't a tablespoon, but I think this is like about as much as I'm gonna get from this lemon, and it's just for flavor anyway, so it's fine if it's not super lemony. I think my dough is at a good consistency now, and I'm supposed to wrap it tightly in plastic wrap in 2 flattened rounds and refrigerate it several hours or overnight. I don't have any plastic wrap, so I hope aluminum foil will work. I hope this isn't too crumbly. All right, let me just roughly divide this in half. And I'm gonna just stick these in the fridge for several hours. Okay, I've got a few cookie cutter shapes here. I got a star, a heart, and just a traditional little tart shape with a scalloped edge. So I'm gonna start cutting out cookies now, and I gotta try to remember to cut out 2 of each. Okay, now I'm gonna pop this first batch in the oven. It says bake 8 to 10 minutes until the edges are lightly browned. So I'm gonna set it on 8 minutes and then check them. I don't wanna burn them. All right, I'm gonna start rolling out and cutting the rest of the dough while those bake. Okay, I took those cookies out and checked them a couple of times before deciding they looked done enough. I feel like some of them are not quite browning on the edges, but I'm really afraid of burning them, so I'm gonna put these on a wire rack to cool, and then I'll put in the next batch. Okay, this second batch has a minute left, and once I take them out of the oven, I'm gonna start spreading the fruit spread on the cookies that have already cooled. So I've got a couple different ones here that I just already had. Got some apricot. This one's called Super Fruit Blend, and it's just like a grape, cherry, pomegranate. Looks like it's also flavored with some apple juice. And the recipe does say to heat it up a little, I guess, to make it easier to spread, so let me do that. Okay, so I just did these cookies thinking I was filming the whole time, and I wasn't. So I just went ahead and finished baking the rest of the cookies. They're all done now, and on this cooling rack, So I'm gonna go ahead and show making them into little sandwiches. So I'm just spreading a little bit of the jelly on, and it's been kind of trial and error trying to figure out how much to use without having it spill over the edges too much, but still getting enough on there. And then I just press another one on top, make a little sandwich, and set it to the side there. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these. And I wanna make sure I get some apricot ones too. Okay, so now for the finishing touch on these. I'm gonna sprinkle some powdered sugar on top. So I'm gonna use this little sifter. Just gonna fill it up with some powdered sugar. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it on each one just like this. Just kind of coat the top of each one. All right, there we have it. These look so cute. And if I remember correctly, these actually taste better after they've set for a day or so. So I'll come back and do a taste test tomorrow. Okay, good morning. These have been sitting overnight. So it's time to try one. I mean, I tried one last night, but like I said, they kind of need to set so that the cookie kind of absorbs the jelly a little bit and gets softer, and then that's when they're really good. Here's a round one with the berry jelly. Delicious. The cookies are just a little bit lemony. You can also taste the almond flavor. They've softened up just enough so that they're like a soft consistency, but they don't really get mushy. The jelly has kind of solidified just a little bit and been absorbed into the cookie a little. Now, I don't have anybody to share any of these with this year, but I'm actually not upset about that.